myself.
Okay, we're here with Susan Young. It's Dr. Mark Agresti. And Susan has just completed taking 84 milligrams of esketamine. And this is her 7th treatment. On her 5th treatment, she had 84 milligrams of esketamine. Then we went to 56.
We went to 56 because I got hit pretty hard and I needed to be okay for traveling the next day.
Right.
I slept a lot after the first time that I did 84 milligrams.
So 84, you felt it.
Yeah, I expect that I'll get pretty, the way I described it is I was, I still kept a toe on everything, but I would lose my train of thought and stuff, so that may happen this time.
Yeah, so we are, just to let everyone watching this video, we gave her this at 12 minutes ago. So she had her first dose of 84 milligrams 12 minutes ago.
The first
7 minutes ago, she had her second dose, which was 5
Right.
minutes after the first. Now she has a full 84 milligrams of esketamine in her system. This is the 7th treatment. We definitely have noted that tolerance developed to the drug within 3 treatments, where the same amount of the drug had less effect. But we're at the 7th treatment, and Susan, you feel less depressed.
People around me have noticed that I have more energy, which is one of my main things, is that I'm always exhausted. And my niece said she thought that I had more energy. She was surprised. And my sister said that she thought I had more energy. It does seem that it does wear off. You can't just go endlessly with, but it does help for days.
And your depression has been very bad. We've been dealing with this how long? 15 years?
Well, you and I have been dealing with it for 15 years, but before that, I mean...
It's been a 30-year history.
Oh, yeah. Well, thank you, because that makes me younger, but I first had anxiety symptoms in 4th grade. And then my first antidepressant, I think I was 15, and I'm 54. So it's been a long haul.
How many antidepressants have you tried in your life? 20?
Literally, I was counting almost. I mean, if you add everything, if you add anti-anxiety drugs and
it's more than
booster
20
drugs, and I tried.
Plus the ECT, electroconvulsive therapy, plus the transcranial electrical stimulation. You never had transcranial magnetic stimulation.
No, I didn't. I don't know. I don't know that I know anyone who has had.
I've had people have it.
Really?
Yeah. It works. I think everything's got its place. I think that works really well.
Well, it was, when I actually deciphered what the DNA thing said, the DNA test said that I don't absorb, that I'm missing one of the alleles on my DNA, that there's a certain gene that absorbs or helps you absorb a huge proportion of the antidepressants, and I'm missing the mutation I have deletes the gene, so half of it's gone, half of my ability to absorb normal antidepressants, to metabolize them, I guess. I don't know how you would say,
So you're like 12, 17 minutes into these. Do you feel anything?
Oh yeah.
What do you feel now?
You can't tell. I mean, to me, I feel.
No, I interrupted you because I said your thoughts are drifting.
Yeah. Yeah. It's much stronger. It's.
So we definitely. I mean, I think we both agreed we needed to go up to 84 because the tolerance developed quickly.
Well, yeah, and I wonder if that's.
By the 4th one, we were like, hey, maybe next time we go up, because your first time it was dramatic though. You really were.
Yeah. Yeah, and this is the first time I went up to 84 was when I started to really, like, it was as bad as the first time I did.
Right.
You know, there's a big step up.
Just from observation right now, you don't seem as out, like, dissociating as feeling derail or as out of it as the first time was incredible.
Oh, the first time, well, that's, I don't know.
You know what? I think you were just nervous too the first time.
I was
Because no one knew what to,
really
and there
nervous.
wasn't a lot of information on what to expect.
I have always, because of my depression, you know, I've always been one of those people who has very studiously stayed away from anything that might, you know, give me a bad trip or something. And I was like, what if it gives me a bad trip?
Yeah, we decided it was a marijuana mushroom high,
Yeah, well, I've never done mushrooms.
like an acid.
Yeah, but it's
marijuana
much
high.
more. It's much more, and I have never done acids. I've never done those things because I'm a big chicken, and I don't want to go.
But you were describing the floor was rolling. And
Yeah,
is that happening now? And you could hear the fan.
yeah. This the sensation is a little different, but now that you said fan, you had to say that. Now I hear the fan.
It heightens senses,
Yes.
visual, auditory. How about touch? Do you feel like
You know, I don't know. It is different. I don't know if I would say it's heightened or it's almost, yeah, see, I have a little bit of like, that doesn't really feel like it should. You know, I know that I'm doing that with my hand, but
see
there's
now
a little bit of like, okay.
she's entering that dissociation phase. For anyone watching, I just know Susan for all these years, and I could see it. There's that whole thing with her fingers. And when she started talking about the alleles, she was drifting a little bit.
That was actually a real thing.
I know, but your description, that's not how you normally talk.
Oh, okay. That may very well be because I was already feeling it, and now I'm
Really feeling it.
really feeling
We've
it.
decided that 15 minutes into the inhalation, you feel it.
Oh yeah,
20 minutes, it's rock and roll time.
yeah. I had somebody was asking about on those Facebook sites that I go on was saying, you know, what is it like to go to the 84? And everybody wanted to know what it was like to go to the 84. But now, see, I just totally lost my train of thought there.
What it's like to go to the 84 milligrams of esketamine is what we were talking about,
Okay.
and you were just about to say.
What is like? Obviously, I lose my train of thought,
Yeah, I'm noticing that.
and I don't like that a lot. Now, the first time I had Emma and Vincent.
She went to Iceland now.
Ah, Emma left me.
Yeah.
Oh,
She got an opportunity to go to Iceland, so she decided to take off.
oh
I told her
no,
go-
she told me she was going to Iceland, but I didn't know that she was going for like a long time.
Oh, she told you the last visit?
Yeah, she said
Oh.
something. She was going for just a few days, I thought, though. She's coming back, right? I mean, soon? Like in a few days?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Oh. No, she said, I don't know how it came up because my daughter went to Iceland.
How was Iceland?
I guess it
I-
guess.
I mean, I've always wanted to go like geothermal stuff and volcanoes and glaciers.
According to my granddaughter, there are a lot of sheep.
I never would guess that.
There are more sheep than people, apparently. And it's beautiful. It's a beautiful, you know, like postcard beautiful place. But she did tell me she was going to Iceland, but I thought she was coming back.
I guess you pretty much only go in the summer, huh?
I don't know. I guess.
To change the subject from Iceland to, would you do this again? You think the esketamine, you think it's been a good experience so far after 7 treatments?
I am hopeful based upon what other people have told me about, you know, feedback I'm getting from my dad, that I live with my dad now, and my sister who just saw me, they all see change. I get a little disappointed because the depression so far has come back after
A few days
right
after the
but-
treatment.
Well, yeah, but
How long does it? Is it 2 days or 3 or about the third or fourth day or?
I was pretty good until what was it, 7 days? There is some I'm not even going to try to say cumulative effect. There's no doubt. It seems like, and what I'm hoping for is that it's actually changing synapses and all of that.
Yeah, I hope so.
I would be ecstatic. So I'm hoping it'll give me a little more bootstraps, a little bit more.
Let's say we're 25 minutes into this. You're not as out of it as you were from the 56th the first time. You know that?
Really?
No, you're not that really.
I feel, I can tell you, I can,
You feel out of it?
yeah. I mean, I don't know.
Is
that
the
I did-
floor moving?
The floor was moving. Now, when you say that, the floor was
You
moving
said you were like you were
earlier.
floating.
I could make I mean, again, when I did the higher dose with Emma and Vincent here, I very deliberately, we were talking, chatting about our dogs and things. I held on to the conversation, because I don't want to try to go inside my, I don't want to be real introspective while being impaired. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I get it.
But a lot of people say that that's actually
But you feel
when they
comfortable
get-
right now?
yeah. It's weird though. I feel comfortable with weird. If that's, I wouldn't want to feel like this all the time. And,
I mean, you're sitting in a doctor's office.
Right.
So it's kind of like, and you got the doctor right here, and
right.
So it's kinda like-
yeah, so I'm okay. But I guess you can get enough of a reaction that you can't move, you can't talk, you can't, you're floating around out in outer space.
yeah, like you don't have the
and all.
dizziness. Do you
I-
feel dizzy like the first time? You don't seem like that.
Well, I couldn't walk right
You couldn't walk.
now. No.
You know what it is? You just know what to expect, so you know to just sit there, like before.
Maybe.
Because we moved rooms. Remember the first time? That wasn't a good idea.
That
I'll
was
never
a
do-
bad, yeah.
I'll
bad
never do
idea.
that again.
Note to self. Don't.
Note to self. No, I made that news. That came through crystal clear. So there's dizziness. There's this altered sense of self. There's almost
Yeah.
a floating feeling. You hear things and see things more
Yeah.
intensely.
Yeah.
What
I
else
mean,
would you
it's,
describe that you're going through?
Gosh, I don't know.
You feel happier. You're more animated.
I don't want to get my hopes up, but I think
It's working.
it's working. But
I mean, my observation, it is working. Every time you come, you look better, you sound better, your
Really?
mood is less depressed. Absolutely.
well,
And I just know you so long now.
Yeah,
that-
you've known me a lot. You've.
What do you think in terms of the 2 hours? I mean, let's just say, I don't think you could leave here shorter than an hour and 45 minutes.
No, I need 2 hours.
You need
I
2
think
hours.
really-
Like, we
because
even
it
did it
does-
longer, didn't we? We kept you longer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the 2 hours is like really needed,
Yeah.
Normally with these things they say 2 hours, but everyone knows you only need an hour. This one, I think you need the 2 hours.
You need.
No way you could leave in an hour. Hour and a half,
No.
still not ready. Possibly an hour and 45 minutes would be pushing it.
Well,
You need the 2 hours.
Yeah,
You need to be in the office. You're not. It's going to be tough to make it shorter. You need every bit of it. And let me tell you, the first hour is pretty dramatic.
Yeah.
Like right now, you're not going anywhere.
No.
So
no.
there is no way you're not even standing up to go to the bathroom in the first hour. So that's where we are. You need these 2 hours. It's and there's other complications. It's hard to get the pharmacy to get it here and to get the insurance to pay for it. It's been a nightmare, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
it's a fist fight.
I mean, Susan is like practically a lawyer, and she's very intelligent, and she can do it better than just about any patient I have, and really, they're not really cooperating.
No, they aren't. But
now there's
as long as you review that stuff that Jensen sent us.
I don't see the mention of the word ECT in that literature.
Well,
so it's like tough to evaluate. Right now the insurance company is saying that they don't want to pay for it because she had ECT in the past, and I can't find anything in the literature that says ECT would be a problem. And the ECT was how long ago?
18 years ago.
Give me a break.
This is what I'm up against. This is what
I
I'm
mean,
up
that
against.
rule just sounds. It's Humana Corporation, right? I mean, they don't, because you had ECT 18 years ago. They don't want to cover Spravato, and I'm thinking like, I don't know where. I couldn't find anything in the literature like that.
I didn't, and I looked.
I couldn't find it. I would like to know what they're citing, because maybe I just don't do research well, but someone at ECT 18 years ago, give me a break.
No. And the only thing I found was studies. I think there were 3 major studies.
On the Spravato.
Right. And people who had at least 7 sessions. Now see that I'm sounding funny to myself.
You're lisping a little.
Okay.
7 sessions
of ECT, who had at least and not responded, then you can't have it anymore. You can't take the Spravato. They were eliminated from the study. I'm sorry, this is hard to do when you're and but it didn't say they were eliminated because it would kill them or something. It just said they didn't want those people in the study. That was the only thing that I saw. And I never even got to 7. I had 3. And I had really bad side effects.
But they had their ECTs recently.
Well, there's a comma, actually. There's a comma, so you can't tell whether it means ever. But even if it means ever, I've only had 3.
Yeah, but it didn't say contraindication. They just, for study purity, right? They didn't want to have it?
That was the thing. They said...
There was no contraindication?
No, it wasn't. They just wanted to have... I think probably they wanted, if you're so depressed that ECT doesn't help you, I don't know what people do. And maybe they thought maybe those are really hardcore or misdiagnosed or whatever, so they excluded people who had had at least 7 sessions of ECT from the study. But it, as I said, it depends on where you put the comma. If it's ever or in this current episode of depression.
But you couldn't figure out from that if it wasn't a contraindication.
No.
Because they actually gave them the esketamine.
Yeah.
So if it was a contraindication, why'd they give it? They gave it. And I can't imagine it. There's no pharmaceutical or pharmacokinetic reason, no drug interaction reason. I've never seen anyone who had ECT have any problems taking any drugs in the future. I never heard that. That doesn't make doesn't make sense.
Somebody somewhere made a list and they're checking boxes like robots, and they're like, okay, oh, ECT, bad, because of that study. That's the only thing I found. They even mentioned ECT,
Yeah.
but
Hey, are you coming up or down now? Where are you?
I'm fairly impaired.
Not bad though. You're 35 minutes into this,
Good.
and
Then
from our other experiences, at about 45 minutes you start coming down.
Right. Cool.
I'm pretty much going to continue this interview till you tell me, oh yeah, I feel we're still, I think we've gone up as high as we're going to get in terms of your mental state being altered, and that lasts for about 45 minutes. And then you feel like, oh, it's breaking now.
Yeah.
But you don't really seem as like dissociating like you were the first time.
Really?
Are you?
I'm not going to say that it's not. I guess the first time I didn't know at all what to expect. And now I have an idea, so I can relax a little. I know I'm not going to like take off and go into outer space and never come back or something. I will, be able to soldier on through. The dissociation or the weirdness is not my favorite part of this.
Is that happening now?
The weirdness?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's just, it's not unpleasant or anything, but maybe I'm just too much of a control freak. I don't want to, I'm plenty affected by the drug. I don't want to go, it's like.
What effects are you experiencing now?
It's hard to explain. The time is a little different.
Time distortion?
Yeah.
Like time's going by quicker or slower?
Quicker, I think.
Right, because we're almost here for 40 minutes now.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
quicker.
it's been like 35 minutes. At 40 minutes, we're going to take the blood pressure, so. And you seem to be distracted, like trouble. What's it called? Like your thoughts, you can't stay on task. You drift
yeah,
away. What would we call that? We're going to call that like.
Oh, I don't know. What would you call that?
I lose track. You lose track.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tracking. You're tracking of the you lose track of the conversation.
Right. Which, I guess some people think it's fun. To me, it's more of a means to an end. I'm like tolerating having to take it because I want to have.
Is it fun to take it, you think?
For me?
The whole thing where you tell me the floor's like floating, that doesn't sound like fun to me at all.
It's
that
not
sounds
for me.
Frightening.
It's not, but it's not frightening though.
It's
because
not?
The drug also, apparently, whatever it's doing to my brain.
It's mood elevating.
Right. I'm not frightened. I know I'm impaired. And I don't, it's not my most favorite way to feel. But maybe if I were, less of a tense person or something, that it would be easier. I've got the itchy nose. That's a bad thing.
It's that's another side effect, isn't it?
Well, my very, very first husband, I've had too many. Erica.
But there's no sedation. You don't seem sedated.
Mm-mm.
And dissociation, yes.
Yes.
I'm doing this checklist for the company.
Oh, okay.
But let's just see. What about serious side effects during this visit? I wouldn't say anything. Serious means.
No, I don't have any rash or.
I mean, I'm not gonna put anything. I mean, no. Nothing really alarming.
No, it's not. Well, I don't.
An itchy nose doesn't sound serious to me.
If you would let somebody run electricity through your brain like that, I mean, that's desperation. That's depression. I mean, that's how. Because I was always like, I will never have ECT. I will never have ECT. I will never have.
Everything that does happen happens in the first half hour. Mostly. And then there's a little left over at 45 minutes, and then that's it. Like, I think you're already peaked and are coming down. We've been doing this now I got to get the secretary to keep the video going because I want to do your blood pressure, but we're at almost at the 40-minute mark. I got to keep you in the video because I want a good video for all the people out there. Hey, Terry?
My public.
Could you come here and hold this camera while I get the blood pressure? Can you hold this for a few minutes? I gotta get Susan's blood pressure. My arm is tired from holding it. Careful not to touch these buttons because it shuts off. These two, don't touch them. Okay. Try and get her face. I gotta get the blood pressure.
Hi, Susan.
I mean, we'll do the video. I'm gonna do the video till you come down. We always do your blood pressure on the left arm. Okay. And just relax. We're exactly at 40 minutes. Go figure.
Really?
Yeah. 12:55, and now it's 1:35. I don't know what's so magical by 40 minutes, but
It is though. It's like 40 minutes.
40 minutes is magical though.
It's
Because it's a turning point. Because now that's when I think you start.
I hope, because I don't want to. You see.
And it's a little high. It's 141 over 100. It's a little high.
Well, I didn't dissolve that thing under my tongue. I just swallowed it, so that's probably why. I have more. I took 12.8 milligrams or whatever.
You always have high blood pressure and increased heart rate.
Yeah, well, that's from the ECT. That was the gift from my ECT, or was uncovered by my ECT.
Yeah.
So.
Next time we'll chew that. It's always been the high blood pressure, and you've always had high, so I'm not alarmed because it's nothing new.
It'll go down. I mean, I have, I can take more. But I took a quarter. Big pill. The half of a half.
Metoprolol.
Atenolol.
Atenolol.
You said the other metoprolol, whatever, earlier, but I knew what you meant, so. I took a quarter.
Are you coming down now?
I'm not getting higher, I don't think.
Because something magical happens after. In the next 5 minutes, this whole thing breaks. That's been my experience every time.
What do you think?
I don't.
That's Terry on the video.
Well, I don't want to act like you're not there.
So we're kind of just sitting around. Anything else you're feeling?
It's just odd. Anybody, I guess, who's ever done anything psychedelic, now I understand. I never had. Deliberately I stayed away because I thought being depressed, it might, if I took LSD or something,
Make it worse.
It would.
You're like, why
Right.
am I going to make a bad
Well,
situation worse?
I thought I might have like a really horrible trip because, you know.
I think that was sound thinking. You know what I mean? Because I've talked to people who entered into it in a bad space, and it was ugly.
Yeah, well, that's what I hear, and that's what I hear about the ketamine too. They say you have to have, you know, and I've tried, and that's why I let you film me. To be honest, is because I was so scared, and I want people to know, like, okay,
It's not that bad.
It's not that bad, no. And I there was a person on the Facebook page, and
So your thoughts are clearer now?
Yeah.
And your speech is clearer. You know that. So really, it's when we're at, about 45 minutes.
yep. The person on the Facebook page that had watched me in the other video and said, thank you, and it does make it less scary, because I'm not proud to be, it's not my favorite thing to be all messed up and like, oh, let's film grandma.
You know what?
I
Your
say.
blood pressure goes down when we do the treatments. I'm looking, it was 153 over 99. Now it's 141 over 100. So, and every time we've done the treatment, your blood pressure's gone down, and your heart rate. You must be more relaxed, maybe.
Well, no, I don't think it's that. I think it's I take the medicine. I take the atenolol.
Yeah.
So far as, yes, it can raise your blood pressure, but I just take a little bit of atenolol and I'm supposed to be taking it. I'm supposed to take it every morning and every night, but I stopped because I take so damn much medicine that, so I only take it.
Your blood pressure's high. You got to take something. You're not going to be able to walk around long term. It's going to affect your kidneys. You're not going to like that.
Yeah, but when I come in, when I go to the regular doctor and get my blood pressure taken, it's not. I think the Spravato makes your blood pressure go up.
But I did it before you took the Spravato, and it was 153 over 99.
Was it really?
Yeah.
You took it before I did.
Yeah. Remember?
No.
Yeah. No, I put that on before.
I thought I had already done the first half.
Mm-mm. First thing I come in, I said, let me get the blood pressure. Then I came and fiddled with all this stuff.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, then I better start taking it. It just, because I never have any energy, I'm trying to
Let me
get
get the
rid
blood
of
pressure
things.
again, because maybe the cuff is wrapped too tight, and we're not getting accurate readings, because I don't think you're that high. Okay. I remember the days you used to do with the stethoscope, remember, and the
Yeah.
sphingometer. I can tell you it's going to be lower. $132/96. That's not that low. But it is going down.
Well, it doesn't surprise me that that my heart is sensitive to stuff, because it came out in the CT.
But you're feeling, now you're definitely coming down. I can
Yeah.
feel it. Something happened the past minute. Right?
Yeah.
So now we're 47 minutes into it. I think it's downhill from here.
Probably.
You're not sure though, but
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so-
I feel like I'm definitely over the
yeah. Okay.
hump.
I'm gonna stop the video. Thanks everyone. Thank you, Terry. Okay. Say goodbye.
Goodbye.